Hello guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing January 2020 favorites, first favorites video of the year. Very excited, and I'm gonna be doing this get ready with me style per usual. You guys seem to like this style the best, but if it ever changes and you do like the ones where I just sit and talk to the camera and don't do it get ready with me, just let me know. I'm down for the switch up. So let's get into it. I've got a lot of new stuff and like newer products I think you'll be really excited about. So the first thing I've really been liking to start my makeup routine off with has been Glossier Future Dew. Now, well, I do shake it. I don't know if it separates, you can't really actually see the product, but I have a drier skin type, and whenever I use Future Dew as my base, most of the time I choose to skip out on moisturizer. I've found that it keeps my skin really, you know, like dewy and moisturized looking. So if I want to control the oils on my face a little bit longer, I'll skip out on moisturizer whenever I'm using this. And you guys can see it reflects back a ton of light. The thing about Future Dew is that it's not a illuminator, it's just like a glowy, gooey. It just makes you look like a glazed donut, which is the goal of most Glossier products. So for foundation, I have been loving the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I use the shade Classic Tan. It's a pretty perfect match in my opinion. Now this foundation is like, it's not super thick, but it's thick enough to where I do not like using a brush to apply or blend it out. That's just a personal preference thing. I feel like the formulation of the foundation itself can tend to show brush strokes. So I prefer using a beauty blender or my fingertips. Beauty blender is obviously a little bit less messy. Coverage wise, I'm gonna say it's like medium full, not full flawless, but you know, like a more full coverage medium. I'm personally really happy with medium coverage though for dewy foundations because they tend to, you know, move around and break down a little bit faster than something that's gonna have a little bit more of a powder finish. So I really like it, and yeah, I'm super happy with the coverage. I don't have any complaints coverage wise. And the concealer that I've also really been liking is the NYX Born to Glow concealer. In this I use, True Beige. So it comes with one of those little, you know, puffball applicators, which is fine. It's not the best applicator in my opinion. I feel like if this just came in a squeezy tube, I would like it a little bit more. So I just use the puff to, you know, lay the product down. And I always like to do just a little bit of liquid highlight right in the center of my face. And then this concealer, same thing as most of the concealers I use. I like to let it really settle down for a couple moments and do my brows before I start blending it out. So brow wise, this is like a newer product specifically, but it's not that new of a concept. It's one of those brow marker pens. This one's from L'Oreal, and I purchased mine in the shade Dark Brunette, and I really like this for the front part of my brows because it creates realistic looking hair-like strokes, and I never get a boxy or overfilled look on the front when I use this because I just have it lightly graze my skin and just do soft, kind of fluffy upward strokes. So I feel like this just gives me added insurance that the front part of my brows never get too intense. And then once I'm done with my brows, I just blend in my concealer. I bounce back and forth between my fingers in this sponge. Because I have Glossier Future Dew on underneath, these products are obviously reflecting way more light back, but once I start putting on some powder products, it doesn't look this dewy, if you will, but I actually really like this look. I think it just looks really healthy. It's just a personal preference thing. If you don't like looking super dewy, the foundation and concealer will get you there. You don't have to use the Glossier Future Dew, but I love it. I'm gonna do a little bit of a base cream contour. Almost dropped it. I'm gonna use the Toffee Sculpting Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and then just applying this right into the hollows of my cheeks and around the perimeter of my face, right down the sides of my nose, up into my temple It's really subtle and natural and just actually looks like skin. So it's a great everyday friendly type of product. This is a very extra current bronzing routine. But hi, hello, have you met me? I use a ton of bronzer. So I like to start off with this bronzer from Givenchy. It is my favorite, and I'll use this as more of a little setting bronzer for this cream, just so it doesn't move around quite as much. And I'll just lightly bring that into the center of the face, on the sides of my nose, just anywhere I put that cream bronzer. And I want to make sure it just stays in place all day. And this is my new obsession. This is first of all, this was such a tease. Revlon came out with powder skin lights. So it's like the powder version of the liquid skin lights, which RIP, that got discontinued, and I'm still really upset about it. So this is the Prismatic Bronzer in the shade Sunlit Glow, which is number 110. Just pick it up on the same brush, and I like to use this all over my face because it has shimmer to it. So it reflects back light, and it just gives you that really healthy, dewy looking powder skin. But as you can see, it takes away a lot of the shine that the foundation had so that you don't look oily, but you still get to keep that glowiness. Just looks so nice, and the color of this Revlon bronzer is so beautiful, and it has like a true golden undertone to it. So for blush, I'm so excited about these. These are new from Almay. They're the Healthy Hue blushes, and obviously my favorite is the nude one, but these are gorgeous reflective blushes that aren't overly luminous. So they give you that healthy, juicy looking cheek in powder form, and look how gorgeous this nude is. It just goes with anything. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Plumper. This is my favorite, and it just gets your lips all plumped up and injected looking. I was super loyal to this highlight. It's not like a new product. I just started using it and fell back in love with it. The Killawatt highlighter from Fenty in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. I brought this with me to Florida for a week and a half, and I used it every single day. I was obsessed with it. I like to mix the two shades. One's a little bit more metallic and super shimmery, and then the other one's a little bit more of a soft focus. So when you mix them together, you just get a really nice, that's gonna be a lot, I really dug that brush in there. You just get a really nice, light, natural, soft highlight. Just gives you that soft focus, almost like a filter type of glow. Okay, this eyeshadow is awesome. This is from Kosas. This is the 10-second eyeshadow, and I hope you guys can see on camera how fluid it is. It's just like straight up water. So it's basically like a ton of pigment suspended in water, so you need such a tiny amount. And you guys know I'm obsessed with cream and liquid shadows. If you watched my favorites, it's my favorite thing ever. This one is in the shade Globe, which is a bronze, and I'll just do like that much and then blend it out with my fingertip and pull it up into the crease. And it's like the easiest thing ever to apply. It actually blends out a lot easier than most cream shadows too, which the first time I used it, I thought it was gonna be a little bit difficult because it's so fluid that I thought it was just gonna make a mess on my eyes. But the fluidity of the product actually makes it blend out much easier. Honestly, natural light problems, guys. I gotta wait for a cloud to come over here. So I've never really been a fan of these types of products, but I decided to try the one from L'Oreal. It's the Brow Stylist Brow Razor Highlighter Duo for your eyebrows. It comes with one that's a little bit more matte and creamy, and then one that's shimmery. I love this. Yes, you can use just like a regular eyeshadow, but I like how this is a pencil. So it's easy to just put right under my brow bone and then apply it, smudge it out with my finger. And then I like the matte side right on the top of my brow. I think you're supposed to do it the other way around, but I feel like the matte side right above the arch of my brow, like it just gives it that extra crispness. And we love a crisp arch brow moment. I have two major mascara favorites for the month. The first is the Essence Lash Princess in the waterproof version, and then again the waterproof version, the Essence Get Big Lashes. This one has a huge jumbo brush that really just takes your lashes sky high and super voluminous, and then the Lash Princess is a really great lengthening but also separating mascara. So I like to start off with Lash Princess. It's also got a little bit more of a, well, it's got a way smaller brush, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver. And I like just rolling this, getting it right on the outer corner of my lashes so I get every single lash. 2 coats of Lash Princess, and already look how long and separated my lashes are. And then while the mascara is still wet, so they really kind of fuse together, I put the Get Big Lashes on. And you guys can see this is a way bigger brush. But I do the same thing, I do the rolling technique. And I've talked about this mascara so many times, this Get Big Lashes mascara so many times on my channel. I've been a big fan of it for years and years and years. It just, they look fake. Honestly, like that looks like a strip lash to me. Maybe to some people it won't, because I know some people are very loyal to their falsies, but I'm not a falsies loyalist. They look so fluffy and voluminous. I'm obsessed. I always fall back in love with these mascaras when I start using them again. And then I just do Lash Princess on the bottom. It's just a little bit easier to apply. Okay, so you guys know I am literally perpetually always on the hunt for the perfect lip pencils. This one I've really been liking as a lip contour shade. It's Total Taupe from Makeup Forever. So I take this and just lightly shadow the edge of my lips. It's easy to go overboard with this, so you want to be careful and make sure you're just doing a faint shadow to slightly enlarge your lips, blending it out with my fingertips. And then the 2 shades of lip pencil that I've really been loving. The first is from L'Oreal. It's in the shade Caramel. It is so good. One of those perfect muted nude shades. And then the other is the, I am obsessed with this one, I get excited about it. It's in the shade Keep It Spicy from LA Girl. I've been using this one pretty much every single day. It's slightly more fleshy and slightly more pink than the L'Oreal one. I kid you not though, this LA Girl one is so affordable and so good that I'm using it almost every single day I do my makeup. I had 2 major lip favorites this month. So the first is the L'Oreal Lychee Plump, and just take a gander at it. It looks white, but I'll put this one on first. It is the most beautiful gold. It's not an overpowering shimmer to the point that it looks frosty, but it looks so good on top of a lip liner. I'm gonna be so upset if this ends up being a limited edition product, but there's another one that I really want to try that's coconut and then guava too, but this one, I can't get over it. I love it so much. It does give you that like tingly sensation as well, so it might plump your lips, but I don't notice that huge of a difference. I just like the color. I'm not buying it for the plumping aspect because I don't notice that much of a difference at all, but the color is spot on. And then the other one is the Clé De Peau little lip lacquer in the shade Sepia, which is a really beautiful nude, and these are long lasting. And this one's peachy and it's pretty opaque, so I just like a little bit. And I'll usually wear these separate, not together, but together is what we're doing today, so you guys can see them both on my lips. Just precisely how peachy it is. It's like a really pretty peachy opaque. All right guys, that's it for my January favorites. Get ready with me style. I'm gonna list and link everything in the description box down below. As always, any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I always do my best to get back to you guys. I wanted to know, leave some more comments down below. Let me know if there are any newer launches that you're specifically really interested in and would like to see me include in a video or do a video on. And let me know some other types of beauty content that you guys are really interested in seeing in the near future. I'm open to your suggestions. I have some stuff that I want to film, but would also like to know some stuff that you guys are really into and would like to see from me. Other than that, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, and I will see you in my next one. We will chat in the comments below, and I love you all so much. Bye, guys.